Wow, chapter 2. Sinners.
ハニさんが伝えてくれたこの飛行艇、最後の望み、俺が必ず基地まで届けてみせる。必ずだ。だから必ず地ならしを止めてくれ。何としてでも。
ああ、頼んだよ、オニャンコポン。じゃあ
Oh, dude, this is all feeling so bittersweet, man. Again, I just don't feel ready.
始祖の巨人はこんな形でいい。
ええ、よく見えたわけじゃないけどね。
要はバカでかい骨の塊が動いてる。
Humongous bundle of
普通に
bones.
考えるなら頭部のうなじに本体はいるけど、
潜水と同じ手がある限り絶対じゃねえ。
どこにいるかわからなくてもまとめて吹き飛ばすことはできる。あなたがレベリオ軍港を跡形もなくしたように、あなたも超大型巨人なら。
確かにそれが一番有効なやり方だ。
How does his size
でも
compare
そ
to
れはエレ
Eren's
ンとの対話を尽くしてから。それでも
and the
他
other
にエレンを止める
Titans?
術がない時の最終手段だ。
エレンはジークを介して始祖の巨人を支配してんだろう。
Yeah, right?
先にジークを殺しちまえば地ならしは止まるんじゃないのか。
確かにそうかもしれません。
But how do they even plan to get to Zeke?
ハンジはそう予想した。
それもジークの位置がわからないんじゃ。
I don't think you can even reach that. I don't understand it.
骨の中から獣のクソ野郎。
What? You're saying that in the Titan you can somehow find a way to get to Zeke?
ジークは
Or you can see Zeke? Part of him?
力を。
すべては地ならしを止めるため。俺は何だってやります。じゃあ
俺はサムエルとダズを
Yeah.
撃ち殺して
Does.
デルカをめちゃくちゃに切り刻んだ。なあライナー、お前もベルトルトも兄も辛かったよな。
もうあがなうこともできない罪だ。
Yeah, don't even bring up the trauma back again, man.
だって一生自分を許すことはないだろう。
But like Eren kind of has Zeke trapped, right? I think that's what it's supposed to be. So like, I mean, Zeke is taking part in this, but not really willingly.
人類を救おうぜ。そうだ。俺たちは同じだ。ライナー。お前を責める資格なんてなかったんだ。俺は人を救うため人殺しになった。ああ。レベリオ襲撃の夜にエレンに同じことを言われた。俺はエレンの考えてることが少しわかる気がする。
Yeah.
エレンは俺たちに止めてほしいんじゃないのか。
どういうこと？
あ、いや、そう思うってだけなんだが。
ずっと疑問に思って
Here comes the real 4D chess.
すべての巨人とエルディア人に影響を与えることができる。なのに僕らは変わりなく巨人の力
Oh,
を使える。
really? Would he have been able to stop you from using it?
エレンは意図的に我々を放任してるってこと？
I didn't realize that.
自由にやらせてる。
So he's giving you the choice.
僕たちがどうするのかを試すみたいに。
Yeah, or that.
辛いはずなんだ。人類虐殺なんてとても耐えられることじゃない。
Nobody can.
もう始祖の力を誰かに任せてしまいたい。それができなければ終わりにしてほしい。
So what is his end goal, man? Damn, this is fascinating. For someone to end it. Oh, he's just like hoping to be killed. Whoa.
またかよ。
これは
なんだ聞いてやがったのか。
What, is this a signal? Like, oh yeah, you're right. You're onto something?
もう十分だ。きっとこれから何百年先、誰もパラディ島に手を出せない。今なら 約を結んで終わりにできる。これ以上誰も殺さなくていい。島はもう大丈夫だ。
Yeah, Almond realizes that he can probably hear him.
あとは俺たちで何とかするから。
Shit, man.
俺たちのために虐殺なんてやらなくていい。
ああ、そうだ。エレン、サシャのことでお前を憎んだけど、本当はお前だって悲しかったんだよな。なのにちっともお前の立場になろうともしなかった。
Wow, it's like talking to somebody who's in coma or something and they can still hear you.
エレン、
What's Mikasa about to say?
あなたの罪を一緒に背負いたい。あなたと同じ罪が私たちにもある。だからもう私たちを遠ざけないで。
だとよエレン。今ならケツに蹴り入れるだけで勘弁して。
Never change, Levi.
なんとか言ったらどうなんだ。
Yeah, is he gonna give them another signal?
地ならしは止まらない。
Wow.
パラディ島の未来を運に任せて放棄することもない。俺は進み続ける。
I could have told you that.
おい、
Are they gonna see Ymir? Oh, young Eren. Standing at the tree. This is gonna be some type of Fata Morgana type thing. A mirage.
あれはエレンだよ。話してくれよ。僕らはずっと一緒だ。もうこれ以上遠くへ行かないでよ。エレン。
俺は自由を手に入れるため世界から自由を奪う。だがお前らからは何も奪わない。互いに曲げられぬ信念がある限り俺たちは衝突する。
Yeah, he is there with
俺
Ymir.
たちがやることはただ一つ。戦え。
そんな。じゃあなんで僕らをここに呼んだんだよ。
話し合いは必要ないと話すため。
Wow, he's saying what? Go with me or...
戦いのなら俺の息の根を止めてみろ。お前らは自由だ。
Go with me or kill me. But I am not changing, that's what he's saying.
なんだ、どうした。
Shit, man.
俺の予想は当たったようだ。
どうする団長。
Yep. Now it's decision time.
ミカサ様一行が地ならしを食い止めると信じています。ですが、すでに国としては立ち行かない状況にあるでしょう。
Okay, it wasn't the last of Annie that we saw, so she still has a role to play.
ジークとエレンを結びつけたのは私です。この大殺戮を招いた罪をあがなう術など存在し得ないでしょう。どうして失う前に気づけないものでしょうか。ただ損も得もなく他者を尊ぶ気持ちに。
Hmm. Yeah, to realize the mistakes that you made.
遅い。
兄さん、俺夢を見たんです。ジークさんの夢。いや、記憶です。
確か女型の巨人は他の巨人の一部を取り入れることでその能力が発現するんでしたよね。
まあ女型は特に発言しやすいからいろいろ飲まされたけど、それが何。
やっぱりだ。じゃあ
もしかしたらなんとかなるかも。
いや、でもまさか本当に。
うるさいガキでも石炭でも運んでな。
What are they thinking?
ジークの記憶を見たって言った。
はい、僕はジークさんの脊髄液で巨人になりました。
だから獣の巨人の特徴が発現してるみたいなんです。
一番よく見る記憶は雲の上を飛んでいた記憶です。そしてそれが僕にもできる、そんな感じがするんです。
He can do it? What? Oh my god, I'm so lost. Like, were they talking about it as in him taking over certain Beast Titan abilities also? Or what was it about? Isn't this Annie's dad? Yeah, right? Oh, shit.
お前がまだ踏み潰されてないのが誰のおかげだ。飛行船がダメならお前の家族も地ならしで死ぬ。お前が裏切っても撃たれて死ぬ。家族全員で生き残るにはこれしかない。
So they're going to the top of that canyon. You wonder if it's gonna have to do then with Annie's side. The whole plan with like above the clouds.
きっとコルトとライナーと一緒に私たちの子は悪魔の島にいるんだろ。とても生きていけるわけがない。
Damn.
戦士になんかなろうとしなければ最後まで一緒にいられたのに。
ライナー。
おい、なんだあの煙。地ならしだ。ついに追いつかれた。
Shit, yeah, you're gonna have to hurry up. Wow. I guess others had the same plan. Yeah. Are they coming towards them? Oh. Oh. Why do I feel like that's just gonna be completely in vain, though? How many bombs will you need?
ここが人類に残された最後の砦となる。我々が至らぬ問題のすべてを悪魔の島へ吐き捨ててきた。その結果、あの怪物が生まれ。
Yeah, well, this was the thing that Eren still saw as one of his biggest threats, right? So you wonder if they're gonna be able to do any damage, but... Surely some, but not enough, right? Still, it's interesting that we're seeing it from their perspective. Like there's a chance. Oh man, what? She's thinking back to Reiner his whole life? How proud she was. Never treated them like their actual kids and, you know, took on the role they should have. Oh my god! The scale of Eren among all the titans. What is that power? Huh. Damn. Is it even doing anything, or is it just putting them on fire and they just keep going? Eren seems completely unfazed. Yeah, I figured already that the yellow flashes had to do with the Beast Titan, right? Like the royal connection. What? He literally has the Beast Titan helping him out there. That's crazy. Yeah, doing his Olympic throws and stuff again. But I don't think Zeke is doing that willingly though, right? It's just because Eren is holding him captive basically in that realm still, that he has no other choice. Or am I interpreting that right?
お母さん、巨人がこっちに来るよ。怖い。
Great. We started with kids being trampled, and I guess we're ending this first part here with kids being trampled, huh? Yeah, actually, they're separated. And they're both not on Paradise Island. It's gonna be the flying boat? Oh, it is, yep. Wow. I guess this is where the final stand is taking place then. All they can do is attack Eren, right? That's all that they're... Oh, yeah, this is Levi's opportunity to still fight Zeke somehow. Wow, that's so fascinating how the Beast Titan is sort of tangled up in the bone structure. Holy shit. Turning into Titans. Oh shit, he disconnected him from it though. Interesting. Dude, look how small these Titans are in comparison to Eren's freaking bone structure here. Yeah, that's why I was wondering, like, Armin being the biggest one, how does he compare? It's still gonna be small as hell. Yeah, how's Annie's dad going to feel not seeing her? What, you want to drag him out of here? How? Yeah, he'll definitely not feel free. Shit, guys, that was it. Bit of a cliffhanger, but hey, that was to be expected, right? Oh man, guys, that was well worth the wait. Holy shit! Yeah, obviously it's not the end yet. We're gonna have to wait for well, the second part here of part 3. However weird that sounds. I also found it interesting that they divided up the special into 2 chapters. Then still, right? So I actually wonder, like, how much of the manga did this cover? How many of it? Because I remember people saying, I think it was like 8 chapters of the manga that we still had left. So I assume these 2 chapters here in this special weren't 2 chapters in the manga. Probably more than that, right? But I wonder if it was exactly like half of those 8, so like 4 chapters in the manga that it covered or not. But that's something I'm definitely interested in learning about, because it, of course, gives us a bit of an idea of like, okay, what should we expect then for the next special in terms of length? Is it just going to be one more of an hour? Yeah, or is that, you know, that's just what I'm interested in learning about. But dude, I love also how much sort of reflecting this whole special did on the journey. Some throwbacks, which I feel like weren't really fully resolved yet or something. Like, I feel like certain throwbacks were made with the clear intention of like, okay, we're going to clear this up a little bit more, and then they still didn't do it. So, for example, there is the scene at the very beginning where we see Eren waking up the tree again, right? Having that nightmare, which is a scene, I mean, that happened in the very first episode. Literally in the first 5 minutes of it, I think. Which, you know, that whole part never really made sense to me, why he had the visions like that. It wasn't visions of the future, because he wasn't the he wasn't even the Attack Titan at that point yet. So that never quite made sense to me, and I don't know if it's something that actually does get explained in the manga or not. I know people did tell me about certain things that never quite got explained in the manga, like, for example, Berthold vanishing out of nowhere as the colossal titan. But I'm kind of straying off topic here, so I'm gonna try from not doing that. But still, it's like, okay, what? Maybe we're still gonna revisit that then later on. That's what I wonder about, right? Also, the whole thing with Annie and Armin, I found fascinating because, yeah, like I always, the way I understood it previously was that, you know, Armin always visited Annie at a crystal because it was kind of the Berthold inside of him that was obviously, Berthold was always in love with Annie. We knew that it was Berthold telling him to go there. And, you know, Armin didn't necessarily have much of a choice. And now it's like, okay, is it still the Berthold inside of him that therefore might have fallen in love with Annie? And, you know, Annie seems to really like Armin now too, which is interesting. I never quite realized that. Or I don't know if I was supposed to realize it already earlier in season 4 perhaps, but I never quite did back then. I can tell you that for sure. So yeah, that was really cool. I mean, just, you know, obviously sort of revisiting the whole ordeal with the people in Marley and those kids at the very beginning that were worrying about the money or whatever that they had, right? And like just the little things that suddenly in the bigger picture, you know, don't matter in the slightest anymore. And then the absolutely brutal sight of seeing that kid get trampled and, you know, his teeth getting crushed even. Like they stayed on that scene for like 15 seconds, which was just, like I said, it was vicious as hell, right? But therefore also, I mean, that's what the situation is, vicious. And it's just, God, it's such powerful stuff, dude. The fucking, you know, again, as messed up as it was, I loved it too. Yeah, what else do I have to talk about? I mean, so many little moments that I didn't see coming. Again, Flock still showing up in some way and having to do some damage to the mission. You gotta love it. But it fitted his character so well because that's kind of what he became. Just like a nuisance, a thorn in our side, you know? And it's what he still ended up being here in his very final moment. Hanji actually dying. Oh, man. I love how she gave her all one more time for the mission and passed on her role to Armin. But then especially the scene that I, you know, God, that I couldn't get over was like, yeah, waking up there. And I was like, what? I mean, clearly she died, right? Like, she couldn't have made it out there. Suddenly the sky is looking clear blue. What is going on here? This must be heaven. And then she wakes up and sees Erwin there and Sniffing Guy and some of the other fallen comrades. I noticed the one guy with the cap who had his cap always bitten off by the horse. Which was fantastic, you know, just seeing, oh man, I don't know, it's like on one hand, it's such a great, powerful hour of anime here that I was watching, but on the other hand, it also felt like a super nostalgic experience to me, because again, it's like I had taken a 9-month break here from Attack on Titan, and I was finally returning to it. And then suddenly you're seeing things like this, and it's again, it does both the thing of like capping off, you know, what an amazing journey this has been and capping it off in a fantastic way, but then at the same time, yeah, being that nostalgic experience for you as a viewer who is returning to, you know, like what was the most impactful ride to me over on this channel. And I haven't really been bothering with it since, you know, anymore, right? So, God, it was just, yeah, that was great about it. So then, now, at the very end here, yeah, we have obviously Eren, well, attacking this one base with all the flying ships. I don't know really what to call it, but clearly that was, you know, they talked about it already earlier in the special that it was what was going to be one of his first plans, and so they could kind of see, or they could tell where Eren was headed. Yes, super fascinating how he's still using Zeke, you know, but seemingly kind of against his will, right? That's how I interpret it, because we saw, I mean, we've not even seen Zeke in a sort of human form in this whole special, which was interesting, but then we're still seeing him as the Beast Titan being part of Eren's bone structure, literally. But I think the way I'm supposed to interpret that, I'm pretty sure about it, is that he is still holding Zeke captive, technically, right? Like, Zeke is not really, obviously Zeke never wanted to go along with this plan, so what Zeke is doing here, helping him out, is sort of like he can't do anything about it. He's still held captive in his physical form in that realm, and then now as the Beast Titan, he's part of Eren's bone structure here as the founding, and is just helping him out in that way, seemingly. But so Eren, yeah, Eren just, it's interesting, you know, the way they talked about it, because Eren still wants to give his friends a choice. yet he's not, you know, yeah, like he's basically just saying, come with me or destroy me. And he's giving them that choice, which is fascinating, right? It's like, what is Eren's real end game then? Yeah, literally just that. I mean, I guess that's the thing. On one hand, he's realizing that he's doing all of this for his friends, but at the same time, it wouldn't be for his friends if his friends didn't agree with it or something, right? So then they're just gonna have to stop him because, yeah, there's just no other purpose to his situation or something, right? Like he couldn't, he at least couldn't bear with himself, I guess, in a situation that he would be watching his friends die, and so he'd rather be, dead himself in that case, I guess, right? So that's what it sort of is, but. Man, it's a lot of food for thought. And of course, I'm coming straight off of it here, having just seen the special, and I don't really have a lot of time to truly think over it, I guess. I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch more input from people, that'll perhaps get me to change course a little bit on how I feel. The one very interesting scene that we have to touch on still has to do with Falco and Annie and Gabby, of course, right? Who are still in the picture here, interestingly enough. At first it seemed like, okay, they were going to be leaving us, and now it's like, no, they're still part of this somehow. And it all makes sense with how we're seeing Annie's father, for example, right? And yeah, we're all sort of now collected at the same place. So that's interesting, because it's obviously setting the stage for the last showdown that's going to happen here in this desert-type environment. But then Falco mentioned, and at first I wasn't sure. At first I thought it was about Annie, because she mentioned like, oh yeah, as the female Titan, I can take in sort of things from other Titans, and so they had me swallow a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, okay, so what? Are you telling, is this about like you having to somehow, play a role in all of this still? But then I realized, no, they just asked her that to confirm that what Falco was seeing was somehow tied to the Beast Titan, because Falco became a Titan because of Zeke, right? Like Zeke used the spinal fluid or whatever to get Falco to turn into that original Titan before he then took over the abilities of the Jaw Titan, right? It gets very complex, but that's what it was. So he asked that to confirm that what he was seeing were actually somehow Zeke's memories, and that he had certain abilities from Zeke apparently in him, which is interesting. But then what is the whole deal about with him flying above the clouds, and what's that about? I genuinely have no idea. It's obviously a big tease for what's still going to happen in the second special, but somehow you wonder if he's gonna have, well, I guess Zeke is sort of just instructing him or something, right? That's probably what it is. But what is the whole flying above the clouds thing? What does that have to do with Falco? And he's called Falco, which is interesting because I always compare to like a falcon, right? A bird or whatever. So maybe actually that's why he had his name after all, for that particular purpose. But still, what, Falco is going to be able to fly now? What's going to happen? I have no idea. Or does Zeke want Falco to use his Beast Titan bones, that Eren has here for some reason? Those are kind of the directions that I'm thinking in, but it's very hard to make it any more concrete than that. Yeah, for now, guys, I think I touched on just about everything. Like I said, this was well worth the wait. I find it interesting how Armin at the very end still said, Eren, how can you see yourself as free if we're still going to drag you out of here? And I'm like, drag you out of here? How the hell you... Like, is that still what you want to do? I mean, Armin, I'm pretty sure you figured you need to kill him here, right? Like, that, you're not going to be able to drag him out of here. How the hell do you want to achieve that? So they're setting up a bunch of stuff for the last part to get into, and absolutely can't wait. Guys, I hope that you all enjoyed my reaction here to the first special of Season 4, Part 3 of Attack on Titan. We had a 9-month wait, like I said, but it was well worth it. I'm sure that the next couple of months that we're going to wait here for the next one, and hopefully the last special, it's no doubt going to be once again worth the wait as well. For now, I hope you really enjoyed my reaction. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you won't be missing out on when I do react to the eventual last part. And then I want to thank you all a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back on the channel very soon.